Hello, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jobi Jones, and in today's video, I will be sharing with you 5 tips to help you be a successful entrepreneur in 2021. And just to give you a little bit of a background about me, I've just stepped down after a 28-year career as a salon owner and a master stylist in order to pursue some new adventures. My brand new product just launched on Walmart.com. It's called Skid Kitty and Skid Doggy, and I have an ongoing faith-based website for women called Warrior and Princess. Through all of the years of owning a salon and being a hairstylist and working one-on-one with people, and now launching this product and being in ministry, I've just learned a lot about entrepreneurship, and I have failed a lot as well, for sure. But through all of those experiences, I've learned a few things that have helped me to be successful in this journey. And so those are the things that I want to share with you today. It's just 5 tips that if you'll go all the way through the video, that you will have at the end of this video and you'll be able to use as well. And you know the drill. If you haven't already, you can subscribe and ring my bell. That way you and I can be together again in the future. Let's dive in. All right, here we go. Tip number 1. I would like you to trust somebody else with some of your work. Can you outsource? Yes, outsource. One of my favorites is Fiverr. No, I'm not an affiliate with Fiverr. I just really believe in their product, and I know that they have helped me so much that I'm just passing it on to you. Fiverr has been just an absolute jewel for me. You can do some social media graphics on there. You can hire people to do intros for you. There are just so many talented people on that site that can be such a big help to you. Not only will it save you time, but it will save you money and it will save you some stress. Here we go, tip number 2. All right, I want you to learn something new. Obviously, you love learning or you wouldn't be here with me today. But I mean, just learn something new, not even business related. You are bombarded with learning stuff for your business all day long. I'm talking about something that is fun, creative, something that you've been wanting to do for a long time, maybe something that requires physical activity, whatever the case may be. For instance, my daughter and I, we recently learned how to do glass blowing. It is an amazing art, and you work with very hot fire and you produce these amazing pieces of art by using the glass. But what's so great about it is not only did we meet new people, but we also learned something new, and it just sparks creativity when you learn something new. There's just so many things out there to learn that's separate from your entrepreneurial adventures, and in doing that, though, you become a better you learn something new, you may meet someone new, and your creativity sparks. And if you're better, then your business is better. Here we are, tip number 3. Okay, I want you to give to another entrepreneur. What? Yes, give to another entrepreneur. I have a little story to share with you. I have a friend, and she takes care of her amazing son. He will never walk, he will never talk, he will never eat on his own, he'll never go to the bathroom on his own. And she takes care of him 24/7. But while he's asleep, she goes outside and she tends to her chickens and she tends to her bees, and she sells the eggs from her chickens and she sells the honey from her bees. Well, I noticed that she had a shortage of egg cartons, and I was just so moved by this mama, just taking the time to make a little bit of extra money to pay for those co-pays. She's not an entrepreneur that is out to make millions of dollars. She just is trying to provide for her son, and I admire her so much. Going back to the egg cartons, so when I saw that need, I just got on Amazon, I ordered some egg cartons for her, I typed up some labels at home, I labeled all the egg cartons, and I took them over there. And as you may know, or as you could guess, she was just overwhelmed and so very just happy to receive that. But you know who was more blessed than her, it was me. It was the joy of seeing her being so delighted. So is there an entrepreneur in your life that you can help? Tip number 4, an accountability partner. We all need a Sheldon Cooper in our life. Somebody that'll tell you like it is, somebody that won't hold back, somebody that'll just be really real. Do you have a spouse? Do you have a partner? Do you have a friend? Do you have a neighbor? Do you have a coworker? Do you have somebody that you can just share your entrepreneurial adventures with? Is there somebody that could take a look at your artwork for your new logo? Do you have somebody that could read over your content for your website? Do you have somebody that you could just bounce ideas off of? If you don't, then I really encourage you to do so. Score.org is an amazing website that you can go to, and there's probably a branch in your community and you may not even know about them. But score.org would be an awesome place to start. If you don't have anybody around you, they have mentors, they have classes that are free, and if they're not free, they're like $15 for the class. So just finding somebody to help you be accountable is so very important. Going into 2021 to be a success, I really do believe you need an accountability partner. It's worth it, I promise, and it will be so helpful to you to have somebody just to bounce your ideas off of and to get some help that you may need. And here we are. We're at the finish line. Thanks for hanging in there with me. We are on tip number 5. Okay, a lot of you are not gonna like me for this. You're really not. Are you ready? I want you to rest. Yes, I want you to rest. I think that we are going so quickly sometimes, and our brains, because we are entrepreneurs, they just keep going and going and going. Ideas and ideas just keep popping up. We need to take a moment to breathe. And if you don't rest, your body will make you rest. Stress, I have seen it so many times. I told you guys I was a stylist. I've seen it so many times in people that they will start to lose their hair. They're going so fast in life, and they're stressed out about so much. They're not resting and they're losing their hair. So I've seen it time and time again. I know that your physical body will ultimately display what's going on the inside. So whether you get sick or whether you end up in the hospital or whether you lose your hair, it will happen if you don't rest. Did I scare you? I hope I did. You really have to rest. So, resting is what makes you feel good, whether it's sleep or just sitting and doing nothing. It could be reading a book. For some of you, I'm gonna go entrepreneurial mama again. Okay, so for some of you, you need to give that phone to somebody for 24 hours, let them lock it up in a safe and throw away the key, and then you go find them in 24 hours and then pick up that phone, because that phone is driving you absolutely bonkers. So rest, rest, rest is tip number 5. And that concludes our 5 tips to having a successful and being a successful entrepreneur in 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you haven't, you know the drill. You can ring my bell and you can subscribe so that you and I can be together again in the future. I got a plane coming over my head. I wonder if you knew this, but there's actually an old school song called Ring My Bell, and I am not a singer, but if you could ring my bell,